Hello students. In this session we are going to start with another new chapter of science, that is chapter number 11, lights, shadows and reflection. Let's see what are the topics that we are going to study in this chapter. First we will study the introduction, then what are transparent, opaque and translucent objects. Then we will study what exactly are shadows, a pinhole camera. Then at last we will study about mirrors and reflection. Now let us begin with this chapter. We see many objects around us. You will observe that many of the objects are placed around you as they are visible to you. Now think of the same place where you are sitting right now at the night time, and if it is completely dark there, what will you see? Will you be able to see the objects that are placed? If you go inside a completely dark room, are you able to see any objects in the room? If there is no light in the room, there is a complete darkness, will you be able to see the objects in the room? No. But when you light a candle or a torch, you can see the objects present in the room, isn't it? Yes. If you light a candle or a torch, you will see the objects that are present in the room. Without lights, things cannot be seen. Light helps us to see the objects. So, in the absence of the light, we cannot see the things. This is the light that helps us to see or to view the objects. But what is light? Light is the form of energy that helps us to see the different objects that are present around us. When the light falls on an object, some of the light gets reflected. The reflected light then comes to our eyes and we can see the object. This is how the objects are visible to us. Now we will study about luminous and the non-luminous objects. What do you mean by luminous? What are luminous objects? The objects that emit or give out its own light are known as luminous objects. So, you have seen the torch bulb. It gives out the light of its own. So, torch bulb is a luminous object. The sun is the another familiar object that gives its own light, isn't it? During the day, it allows us to see the objects. So, during the daytime, the sun allows to see the various objects that are present around us, as the light from the sun falls on the object that are present around us, so it can be visible to us. Objects like sun that give out or emit light of their own are called as luminous objects. So we have studied that the objects that give out or emit out light of their own are known as luminous objects. Let's see some of the examples of luminous objects. Sun is the natural source of the luminous objects. Electric bulb, flashlight, candle, etc. are some of the examples of luminous objects. You might have seen the firefly. Even firefly emits the light of its own. So it is also luminous. Then what about the objects like a chair, a painting or a shoe? These objects also are visible to us. So are they a luminous object? We see these when light from the luminous object like sun, a torch or an electric light falls on these and they travel towards our eye. We are able to see the chair, the painting or shoe or any other object that are present around us. How is it possible for us to view them? Because the light from the luminous object, whether it could be a sun, a torch or the electric light, falls on these objects and when the light gets reflected from these objects, it travels to our eyes. Then these objects are visible to us. So what are these objects called? We have studied that the objects or the bodies that emit the light of its own are called as luminous objects. So the objects that do not emit light of their own are called as non-luminous objects. Let's see some of the examples of non-luminous objects. Moon. Moon does not have light of its own. Then shoes, trees, plants, the different animals that you see around, table, chair, etc. and the various objects that we see around us. Now we will study about transparent, opaque and translucent objects. Do you remember we have studied about transparent, opaque and translucent object in our which chapter? We have studied about this in our chapter number 4, that is sorting materials into groups. Isn't it? So let's revise it. What do you mean by opaque objects? What are opaque objects? The object through which we cannot see are known as an opaque object. For example, if you hold a cardboard sheet in your hand, will you be able to see on the other side of the sheet? No, you will not be able to see. So, such objects are known as opaque objects. So, the opaque objects are the objects through which we cannot see. Next is transparent. What do you mean by transparent? If you are able to see clearly through an object, it is allowing light to pass through it. Such objects are called as transparent object. So, the object that allows us to see on the other side, which allows the light to pass through it. So, such objects are known as transparent object. What is the example of transparent object? Plain glass. We can see on the another side of the glass, as the glass allows the light to pass through it. So, these objects are known as transparent objects. Then, translucent. What do you mean by translucent? There are some objects through which we cannot see, but we can see but not very clearly. So, there are some objects through which we are able to see, but we are not able to see very clearly. Those objects are known as translucent objects. What is the example of translucent object? Butter paper. If you hold a butter paper in your hand and you will try to see, you can see the things but not very clearly. So, it is the example of translucent object. Now to study opaque, transparent and translucent substances, we have to carry out an activity. Simultaneously, you can also carry out this activity. What we have to do is collect as many objects around you like eraser, plastic scale, pen, pencil, notebook, single sheet of tracing paper or a piece of cloth. Now try to look at something far through each of these objects. Is light from a far away object able to travel to your eye through any of the objects? Now you have to look through this object. You can see that given object or a material could be transparent, translucent or opaque, depending on whether it allows light to pass through it completely, partially or not at all. What you will see that transparent, translucent or opaque substances will either allow light to pass through it completely, partially or not at all. Now let us see which of the substance will allow the light to pass through it or will not allow the light to pass through it. The objects like pencil, rubber ball, notebook will not at all allow the light to pass through it. Why it will not allow light to pass through it? As these objects are opaque, the light cannot pass through it. and the sheet of the tracing paper will partially allow the light to pass through it, as sheet of the tracing paper is translucent. Then plastic scale will completely allow the light to pass through it, as plastic scale is transparent. So I hope that transparent, translucent and opaque substances are clear to you. Now we will study about shadows. What exactly are shadows? For this also we will see an activity. One by one, hold each of the opaque objects in sunlight slightly above the ground. So what you have to do in this activity is, you have to hold the opaque object in the sunlight slightly above the ground. What you will notice? What do you see on the ground? That the dark patch formed by each on the ground is due to its shadow. You will observe that the dark patch will be formed by each of the object. It is due to its shadow. Sometimes you can identify the object by looking at its shadow. Sometimes by just looking at the shadow, you can identify the object. Now in the image, you can see the shadow, that is of tree. By seeing the shadow, we can identify that the shadow is of tree. Now spread a sheet of the paper on the ground. Hold a familiar opaque object at some height, so that its shadow is formed on the sheet of the paper on the ground. Now what you have to do is, take a sheet of a paper and keep it on the ground. Now hold a familiar opaque object at some height. Take the opaque object in some height so that the shadow is formed on the sheet of the paper, that its shadow appears on the sheet of the paper. Now draw the outline of the shadow while you are holding the object. Draw outlines of the other object in the similar way. Now when you are holding that object, try to draw the outline of that shadow. Ask some other friends to identify the objects from these outlines of the shadow, and ask your friends and see whether they can identify the objects from the shadow, outline of the shadow. Now do you observe your shadow in a dark room or at a night when there is no light? Do our shadow appear in the dark room? No. Do you observe a shadow when there is just a source of light and nothing else in a room? Now to see a shadow, we need a source of light and an opaque object. So what is required to see a shadow? To see a shadow, we will need a source of light and an opaque object. Then only we are able to see a shadow. Now we will perform the another activity. Let's see how is this activity carried out. This activity is to be done in the dark. So when is this activity done? In the dark. In evening, go out in an open ground with a few friends. Now take a torch and a large sheet of a cardboard with you. So what you will require? You will require a torch and a large sheet of the cardboard. Hold a torch close to the ground and shine it upwards so that its lights fall on your friend's face. So you have to hold the torch close to the ground such that the light from the torch will shine in the upward direction and will fall on your friend's face. You now has a source of light that is falling on an opaque object. You will now be having a source of light that will be falling on the opaque object. What is an opaque object here? Your friend's face. If there were no trees, building or any other object behind your friend, would you see the shadow of your friend's head? If there will be no trees, no building or any other object behind your friend, will you be able to see the shadow of your friend's head? No, you will not be able to see. after all the light from the torch is not able to pass through his body to the other side. Now ask another friend to hold the cardboard sheet behind your friend. Is the shadow now seen on the cardboard sheet? Now ask your another friend to hold the cardboard sheet behind your friend. This time will you be able to see the shadow? Yes, the shadow will be seen on the cardboard sheet. Thus, shadow can be seen only on the screen. So, if there will be the screen, we are able to see the shadow. The ground, walls of a room, a building or the other surfaces act as a screen for the shadows you observe in the everyday life. So, the activity that we have seen, what act as a screen? The cardboard sheet act as a screen and we were able to see the shadow on the cardboard sheet. You might have observed your shadow on the ground, walls of a room, a building or any other surfaces, isn't it? So, these surfaces act as a screen for the shadow to be formed. So, what we have studied today? We have studied about luminous and the non-luminous object, opaque, transparent and translucent object. We have studied how the shadow is seen. What exactly is the shadow? To see the shadow, we need the source of light, opaque object and the screen. I hope the topics that we covered today are understood to you. We will continue further with this chapter in our next session.